watching Sherix Broadcast Network.
Hello, my family. Welcome to Sherix Broadcast Network, the place where we bring Africa live to whoever you dare around the globe. Of course, today now week 2 of our 2018 version of the weather forecast for Sierra Leone exclusively. Of course, like I've been telling you last week, Sherix Broadcast Network, we don't make this voluntary effort for let they bring this weather forecast to Sierra Leoneans wherever you are around the globe. And of course, we appeal to all Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora for helping for disseminating the information whosoever we're able for pass them, right? Because we know say it is very necessary for us to know what is ahead of us. Because when you know waiting they happen in the future, waiting they ahead of you, then you go able for plan yourself well. Because they say failing to plan is planning to fail, and you don't want to fail, so you have to plan well, right? So that's why we continue to bring you this weather forecast. And so, my family, again today we want for render our appreciation to CNN weather via satellite for when they make it possible for let bring this weather forecast to una. And of course waiting with the see at the same radar what we see last week, and I will go for continue for see anyway because it give we accurate weather forecast for Sierra Leone and other parts of the country, other parts of the world, right? So waiting with the look at now is a partial map of the world, of course with Africa prominently represented on that map. And so what did happen on this map right now, like how you see, and not too different from what you see last week. The only difference is what we want to explain to you today is that like how we've been saying last week, around the equator, this imaginary line where they divide the whole world into two equal halves. That imaginary line happened for pass through the area where they close to Sierra Leone and other countries in West Africa. And any country where they around the equator, they of course it get the same, then they happen for experience the same weather conditions. And so now that make you the see say waiting they go on this now the imaginary line in this area, and waiting they go on at this area now almost now the same as you see them. So now waiting they happen about this time of the year, now then kind say now then kind places than they not to any other thing. Now rainy season, now now thunderstorm, lightning, a wind, then kind of thing, and then they happen. And so now in this map they represent right now, so like how they see now, so now you go find out say there is thunderstorm, there is rainfall, there is lightning, and there is cloud within this whole area. So starting from Eastern Africa, going to Central Africa, and going to West Africa, they experience the same thing, right? But particularly this is where Sierra Leone is. Sierra Leone is represented right here on this map. And so on this side of the map you see say this condition where they happen it just feel like the same condition we see last week, and then it look like say as the system they try for run away from us, another one they develop from behind and it come. So meaning that what we see last week, it don't go away, but then something else don't come this week, and I would dip and see. And then there is the likelihood for say another one the way they come up from the Indian Ocean, from India, China, then side, and then from the Indian Ocean, and they go through the area. Then they, so it possible say we'll get for continue for see the same weather pattern for the next couple of weeks or months where they are ahead of us in Sierra Leone. And so meaning that right now if you're in a salon, I know say you're going to experience some showers, you're going to experience some rainfall, you're going to experience thunderstorm, you go see cloudy skies. All of these conditions are going to be the same for the rest of this week, and even for the other weeks that will come. So if this is how the condition is going to be like, then that means you get for prepare yourself for able for stand a condition like this, right? This is very important because we want for plan ahead. You don't want for waiting until things don't go bad before you begin come for react. You want to be proactive. You don't want to be reactive, right? So now that's the go on, and at this CNN weather radar they represent at this time. Of course, they see say other parts of the world like Southern Africa, the Southern Atlantic, and where they join with the the Indian Ocean, a lot of adverse weather activities they go on at that side, and they tell where they go up up to Brazil, where in Southern America, and of course this now the Atlantic Ocean. As they see now, a lot of activities going on, you know, now the equatorial area, and of course going to Northern America. We'll say some of we there, of course, the same thing they continue. So the weather pattern where they happen, you go see and say, even at the Indian Ocean as well, a lot of things they happen at this Indian Ocean. Of course, going to China, going to India, Russia, they'll say that. So there is quite a lot of adverse weather activities where they happen right now. Now, you know, different parts of the world, right? Not to just Sierra Leone or West Africa. They happen all over. But we for pray to Almighty God, because we not get good systems in place. We go able for, you know, protect we from any very hazardous weather we go before we. So that is very important. So let me take a look at, you know, waiting on a Freetown, particularly because now more now Freetown, now they people that can experience more of this bad weather conditions. So let us see waiting they go on now Freetown right about this time. Of course, you know, waiting they see this is Freetown, of course, about right now 75 degrees in Freetown. That is the temperature in Freetown, is about 75 degrees. Of course, this now MSN weather, 75 degrees 9 they go on right now. The precipitation percentage is about 80% chance for rain go kind of Freetown today, and of course we can give you the extended, you know, forecast for Freetown, but for now this is just the you know, the overall what they look at right about this time, right? And of course, next, let me also take a look at the, you know, exclusive, you know, temperature map of Africa and see how things are happening there as well. Right now, what you see now, this is the temperature map of Africa. Of course, just like I will show you the last time, it's necessary for let know about how the temperature is in Africa or West Africa generally, because we don't know how the temperature there, then that will give you an idea. It will give you a clue about waiting na the kind precipitation where you for the expect, that na the kind rainfall where you could expect for may happen, because this temperature what they look at is largely responsible for the kind of rain or the kind of weather patterns that will they experience now Sierra Leone or West Africa at this point, right? As you see, if this map was green, then it means the weather was cool in West Africa. But what you would see now is a representation of hot weather, hot temperature. You know, it is yellow, orange, or red, meaning that the place warm. And of course, this very week when they come, the humidity index, they range between 93 degrees and 97 degrees. So you're not even there inside the 80s. So anything way past 90, that means a very hot. So even though it get for continue for rain get for continue for calm, the place showers get for continue for calm, but the place still hot. And that hot air day, of course, like I would don't tell you, now either go up in the air and mix with they cause the kind of weather, you know, patterns that we see, right? And so if this is the case, then let's look at the different cities in Sierra Leone and see how the weather pattern get for look like this very week coming. And of course, let us start that with the Bow City, right? Of course, this is the Bow City. This is how they are going to experience weather pattern. Of course, you know, on Sunday today there was a little sun in Bow City. Of course, Monday today, you know, it get for pour down, it get for rain day. Of course, the same for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Rain get for come inside Bow Town, of course, or Bow City, right? But this is not the precipitation map where they tell you. So in fact, on Sunday today, it rained 100% inside Bow, and of course today Monday, you know, it get for rain about 90%, and of course here 70%. You know, all the percentages the way they see now for how rain get for fall inside Bow City. Then percentages then they are not there below 50%. Everything they above 50%. So that means it get for rain inside Bow City no matter what for the rest of this week, right? Let us see how Kenema is going to look like. Kenema City is going to look like this week, right? All right, this is Kenema City as well. It look like say this week here, so Kenema City then get for experience some sunlight, of course some sun get for commodity. You know, the temperature get for the in the upper 80s, you know, now Kenema City. So meaning that the place get for warm, sun get for commodity, but at the same time then get for experience some rainfall as well. You know, so maybe it could begin with sun morning, then as then they go into the evening, rain go begin for come small, right? Because then save them percentages there in they below 50%. Everything within us so they are above 50%. So the precipitation is showing that Kenema is also going to experience both sunlight and rainfall. So sun get for come out and rain get for come inside Kenema. How about McKinney City in the north? How is it? Let us see that. Right, let us see that. All right, this is McKinney City. McKinney City is also going to experience some sun. Of course, they get for get sun past Wednesday. Where now day rain get for come about 100%. Of course, even Monday today it get for rain seriously inside McKinney. Of course, but sun go commodity small as it again. But of course on Tuesday sun get for commodity as well. Wednesday, and obviously they get for see any sun. Now cloudy weather or cloudy skies now get for the Pantap McKinney, and at the same time I get for rain 100%. I get for rain 100% on Thursday. I go count down small on the other days them, but sun go come on small day. So meaning that I get for rain now McKinney more past any of the other places, right? We'll don't show you. So waiting get for happen now Freetown. As a city, let us go back to Freetown because it is in Freetown whose I will get with most worry because now they pour very seriously. So let will take an exclusive look at how the rain get for Candon inside Freetown, right? All right, and so looking at Freetown, of course, I just like for show this particular road condition with the hope that those in leadership position go look at them and I go try for go fix them. This is between Pendembu and Kailahun City, right? All right, this is the 7 days exclusive weather forecast for Freetown, the capital of Sierra Leone, of course, starting from June 11, 2018, as it is here now. So right now, the weather, the temperature, the range between the temperature range day during the day, in the 80s, and of course, Nanette a day in the 70s. So meaning that the temperature or the humidity inside Freetown a conducive, a very nice, no problem, because in the 80s that's not too bad, even though some people then go talk say too hot. For Sierra Leoneans it is a good weather, no problem. However, how about the the precipitations? Of course, what you would see now. So on Monday it get for be 80 degrees precipitation, 80% sun temp, 80 in the evening. So meaning that on Monday possibility they say rain get for come inside Sierra Leone no matter what. Inside Freetown. Of course on Tuesday now 90 degrees, 90% during the day and 40% in the evening. So meaning that more rain get for come. The possibility they say more rain get for come Santem on Tuesday now Freetown past is about 40% chance for rain. Wednesday get for be 70% chance of rain during the day, and of course 80% chance na net. So more rain go come na net, it go come pass during the day. Of course, how about Thursday? Thursday na in Freetown they get for see the most rain because it get for rain 100% during the day and 90% na net. So meaning that the whole day rain get for come. So this na the day we're supposed for watch out for a possible flooding in Freetown. Of course, on Friday, 80% Santem and 80% Nanette. So it for come the same way, right? On Friday. Saturday is going to be 80-70. Of course, the precipitation, the amount of rain will come. Of course, on Sunday, it go day at 80-80. So meaning that inside Freetown self, rain get for candy no matter what. As they look at them, no matter what, they get for rain. And sometimes na showers. Waiting a shower and waiting a rain. Showers, now then small rain the way they come, you go able for come out, you go about doing your business, even though you go soak small, but if you get umbrella, no problem. But when we talk about steady rain, meaning that they really pour where you mass water they go and tap your food. So meaning that it depend really rain, right? So on Monday it get for be showers, Tuesday it get for be thunderstorm and showers. Of course Monday na showers and rain, Tuesday showers and thunderstorm in the morning hours it get for happen, and of course Wednesday na showers and rain, Thursday it get for be cloudy and rain go. Let me show you an exclusive weather. Let me show you an exclusive weather pattern, how actually the weather look like Freetown. Let us show you a more extension of that into details, right? Today we experience a little bit in here. All right, so let's take a look at an extensive pattern how the weather get for look like in Freetown for the next 7 days in detail, starting from June 11, 2018, right? And so on Monday, it get for be showers and thunderstorm and rainfall about 80% during the day, right? And then our next week get for happen, it get for be showers and steady rain about 80%. Now that's get for happen on a Monday. Tuesday, it get for be thunderstorm, very likely for say when I go hear the thunderstorms them, and then it go rain 90% during the day na Freetown. And then on Tuesday, on that same Tuesday, right, it get for be cloudy with showers, and then the rain go be 40%. So meaning that cloud get for settle over the skies na net on Tuesday, then rain go come small, but about 40%. Wednesday get for be steady rain whole day. It get for rain whole day, 70% of rain, and I get for fall in Freetown. Of course, na net it get for be periods of rain. Rain go come half and half. It go come and stop, right? But then it get for be the rain where they come and stop, it go be like a half inch. So meaning that way you mass your foot inside half inch, your foot they go inside. So it get for continue for rain. On Thursday, it get for be cloudy with a rainfall, and the rain get for come at 100%. So meaning that Thursday it get for rain throughout. Now morning it is light wind, it get for be windy, wind get for come, and it get for the rain get for fall about half inch, right? So the same half inch we go and tap your feet. Of course, 90% na net. So meaning that more rain they come on Thursday during the day, net it go come half and half, right? Of course, how about on Friday? Friday get for be thunderstorm, rain, wind, and of course, then three things then get. So when I go hear about thunderstorm, you hear about rain, because the wind get for happen. Now when the wind they come, fall on top of stuff, right? So it's very, very important for you to know how would it take, me family. Would it get a little bit of problem with this software today, but hopefully everything will be fine. I don't know what is happening with it right about this time, but let us see what we can do with it. All right, so here we go again. And so on a Saturday we get showers, thunderstorm, and wind, about 80% of rain during the day, and then at net it get for continue forget thunderstorm and some rain, and then the rain go fall at about 70%. So meaning that on Saturday as well, it get for rain, wind get for calm, thunderstorm get for happen, and at the same time it go rain both during the day and at net rain get for calm. How about Sunday? Sunday next week, thunderstorm, wind, and rain. So 80% chance for rain sometime, and then at net it go be more thunderstorm. You see what I highlight them, more thunderstorm, and of course rain go come at 80%. So meaning that in Freetown, looking at this extended weather forecast and looking at the weather forecast in details for Freetown means that it is going to be everything when I get for experience on this week. It get for thunderstorm get for happen, wind get for come, and of course rain get for come. And some days like I would represent them, rain the can during the day and rain the can at night. All right, some days na half showers, some days na steady rain. So but rain get for come no matter what, right? So this is very important for let we take note of. Say the rain will be experienced will be calm way cause the serious problem in Freetown. It possibly sometimes for yeah. So this kind of rain will be come last year. Hopefully this kind of rain not go come this year. We go devastate lives, we make we lost lives there and not go come. But we get for prepare for receive this kind weather forecast or this kind weather pattern, you know, because it possible say this kind go happen. And in fact, this year the kind way where the rain don't begin come, it look like say it get for come more because it don't begin pour steady every day for the rest of the week, right? So now this we get for now this week. And once more, Mina Ibrahim Sharif, and of course at the canto today from Sherix Broadcast Network weather station. And of course, once more, one for say a lot of thanks to CNN Weather, of course, MSN Weather, one for tell them plenty thank you for what they make it happen for we. Of course, once more, next week, Monday, we will bring another updates to now concerning the weather. Now, most of them forecast here we don't show now. It possible say as we don't show now this forecast, it therefore happen this way. But sometimes during the course of the week, something can happen where the weather they change and other things happen. But we know say about 90% accuracy they show say waiting we don't tell when I get for right. Once we feel delighted, I'll bring this kind of information to you. Mina Ibrahim Sharif coming to you live and direct from Houston. Of course, now we headquarters, Houston, Texas, of course from studio number 8. Thank you very much.
You are watching Sherix Broadcast Network.